Good morning, winners. Welcome to the Power of One. So it looks very different, doesn't it? So I decided to tape this video in my backyard. And so I hope you guys can hear me okay, but I just wanted to change. I had a horrible day yesterday. Yes, even I have horrible days. And today I was like, you know what? It's a brand new day. Everything is amazing. God woke me up, so I have a bunch of things to be thankful for. And so I said, you know what? I wanted to be outside, get some fresh air. Sidebar. So this house that I'm in right now, I've been in the current house that I live in since like 2011. And the lady I bought the house from was like a gardener, and she had all these beautiful trees and flowers and all this beautiful stuff. And I have really bad asthma. So when I moved here, I had to take a bunch of things out. I actually had to have a landscaper take a bunch of things out because the aroma was so strong that I would literally like get sick in the house. But I kept a bunch of the trees and stuff in the backyard. And so when it's summertime and when it's spring, like everything blooms, it's actually absolutely beautiful. So we're in my backyard today, but welcome to the Power of One, guys. And so in today's video, I'm going to outline Dr. Atma Singh. Yes, guys, I'm going to tell you how a one-day temp job, I need you to hear me, a one-day temp job turned into a six-figure, almost 10-year career and 2 college degrees. Did you hear me? I need you. If you don't believe the power of one is true, guys, I have so many stories. When I started really thinking about what the power of one meant and how I've gotten to where I am today and how so many of you have these opportunities that maybe you're not maximizing or you're not understanding how it can really prepare you to the next level, I started thinking back like, wow, like so many times there has been one opportunity, one door open, one person that has changed everything, has changed the course, has changed the journey for me. And so let me go back and outline, who I am, what is the power of one, and then we will jump right into the story. And I will tell you the lessons in today's story. You guys know I have a lesson for every single power of one. So first, my name is Terry. Hi, guys. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur. I'm a single mother of 3 kings, 3 boys, and I own a consulting firm that focuses on business credit, personal credit, financial literacy, investing, specifically real estate investing. The goal is to break generational cycles of poverty, to leave a legacy, to do something, put in the work now so that the generations behind us, our kids, our grandkids, our nieces, our nephews, our brothers and sisters, our parents, we want to take care of our parents sometimes, right? That don't have to do the work that we've had to do. We're laying the foundation. We are leading by example. And that is the goal with my company and why I even started my YouTube channel. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I would love for you to be a subscriber, like, share. I love when you guys comment. I'm super engaged with my audience. And what is the power of one? So guys, I do a lot of videos on personal credit, on business credit, but what I started to realize is that my audience, you guys are first-time entrepreneurs, first-time investors, small business owners, and maybe not even the first time, but you're trying to figure it out on your own. And sometimes I don't think that everybody realizes the kind of work that goes into it, the path, how one opportunity can really change your course. And so yes, you have to do the work. Like, it's 1000% up to you. Your level of success is going to be very much connected to your grind. Okay, it really is. Like, how bad do you want it? Like, no excuses. Like, every time you get knocked down, getting back up. That's part of being an entrepreneur. That's part of building your dreams, guys. But at the same token, there's always been in my journey, and there will be in yours. This is not about me. Me sharing this information is to show you how I became a self-employed entrepreneur as a single mother of 3, as somebody who was a teen mother, as somebody who was in foster care and group homes. How did I get to be a self-employed entrepreneur where I have thousands of clients across the nation, where I've helped people across the nation, where I started traveling, helping people? Like, how did that manifest? And so one opportunity, like, guys, one mentor, one coach, one business opportunity, one connection can change everything for you. And so every Sunday morning, it's very fitting that it's Sunday. Sunday's a day to be grateful, right? Amen. Every Sunday morning, I highlight a story, a true story from my journey on how something changed, shifted in my life that has led me to where I am right now. But it's not about me. It's the lessons. I want you guys to pay attention to the lessons, because they are things that you can apply to your situation. And then maybe things you're going through right now and you don't even realize how that is your building block to the very next level. So in today's video where I'm outlining Dr. Atma Singh, and mind you, he's not my medical doctor. Look, if you thought like she talking about her doctor, no, he's an executive that changed my life. And I want you to hear this. What did I say? This story today is about how a one-day temp job turned into a 6-figure, almost decade career, okay, and 2 college degrees. Get notepad paper, right? Notepad paper. So there's a couple of stories in today's video. So a number of lessons. The very first lesson is to work hard and do your best. I know it sounds cliche, but I mean it. No matter what it is you're doing right now, I need you to be the best at it. That work ethic is going to carry you through. Have you ever heard the saying, how you do anything is how you do everything? I don't care whether you're the janitor or the CEO. Be the best janitor, be the best CEO. I don't care whether you are the dishwasher or the chef. You be the best dishwasher, you be the best chef. I don't care whether it's Uber, you do hair, you're an investor. I don't care whether you make t-shirts. I don't care if you're in customer service. Whatever it is you do right now, I need you to be the best at it. Because as you grow and as your dreams manifest, if you are half doing it, if you are crappy at what you're doing right now, if you're not giving 100%, do you think that when you're at the next level and you're telling somebody you're a business owner, you're an investor, you're trying to start that nonprofit, that they're going to want to work with you? Not so much, guys. I need you to work hard and be the best right now. Right now. So you can't be horrible at customer service and then in 3 years want to have, a human resources consulting firm, and people are going to be like, well, she was cussing people out and she was yelling at people and she used to get written up all the time. Like, we don't want to invest in that business. So it's laying the groundwork. You never know who's watching you, and that's true. You never know who's watching you, and you never know what people you're going to come across again, cross paths. Right now, I have a credit consulting firm, right? I'm a consultant. One of the executives from this position, another executive, is now a realtor. She has referred people to me. I've referred people to her. And we originally met back in this position I'm going to talk to you about, okay? That's a whole different executive. So you'd be surprised how your paths will cross again. And if you have that good work ethic, if you have that good reputation, that will carry you. The second thing is understanding that there is a lesson in every season. Write that down. There is a lesson for you in every season. So even though you're thinking like, well, I'm not doing what I want to do right now. I'm not where I want to be. I promise you, if God has you in this season, there is something you're supposed to be learning. So in this season where I'm going to outline where I worked for an international, health insurance company, I actually learned, presenting. I learned how to articulate. I learned how to deal with a different level of person, a different type of person, and how to be able to communicate, how to be able to get things done, how to be able to meet deadlines, how to be able to multitask. I was an analyst. I learned how to look at numbers and how numbers paint a picture. I learned how to analyze. I learned so much, and at the time, did I know that was going to manifest into this? Absolutely not. Ever. Sometimes the plan God has for you is way more than what you could have ever imagined. So understanding there's a lesson in every season. And the third lesson for today's video is maximizing the opportunity where you're at right now. Okay, I want you to think of your job. If you have a 9-to-5 right now, I want you to think of your job. If you're doing Uber, whatever it is you're doing, I want you to think of that as your investor. When I started this position I'm going to talk to you about, guys, I had no experience. I want you to hear me. I was not qualified for the position, okay? I had no college degrees. I had no credentials. I was not qualified for the position. However, it turned into a 10-year career. Okay. And while I was there, I got my college degrees. I got my certifications. I used every benefit that job had. I went for. If it was a certification, if it was a class, whatever it was, I want to go. Sign me up. And it has served me because now I have things to show for. I have credentials. I have both of my degrees. Thanks to my job. I had them pay for everything. So sometimes you guys have tuition reimbursement. You have different types of certifications. There's all kinds of benefits that come with your position in the human resources, and you guys aren't maximizing them. Why? If you are an employee, maximize the opportunity. Okay, so one of my neighbors is making like so much noise. When he sees me out here, I think he can see me. That is so rude. But anyway, so those are the 3 lessons in today's video. So let me start, let me just jump right in. And so the power of one. So in 2004, right, I told you guys I went to real estate school. I started working in real estate. Basically, I was like an independent contractor. I actually was like a entrepreneur back then. I didn't even know, guys. You know how they say a God protects babies and fools? Like, I didn't even really know what an entrepreneur was. But when you're an independent contractor, when you don't have, you know, a group benefits and a regular paycheck, like you are basically working for yourself, whether you're getting 1099 or whatever. So I actually was, like I said, working for an LLC. I worked for LSE Group, but I also, as that position like kind of grew and manifest, I was doing property management. I was doing tenant screenings. I was doing showings. I was doing zoning. You know, I was doing subcontractors. I was doing the financing for properties. And so for a good period of time, 2004 on, I was basically working, you know, as an independent contractor, technically as an entrepreneur, didn't even know it, right? I was young then, guys. I want you, like, we're in 2020, we're talking about 2004. Okay, I was young, making a lot of mistakes. The market was crazy. I didn't have anything like Make Real Estate Real. If I would have had something like Make Real Estate Real to actually guide me through the process, like I was successful on ignorance. I really was. I was successful on ignorance. And as they say, God blesses babies and fools. But if I knew then what I knew now, baby, it'd be a whole different ball game. But anyway, and so 2004, I went to real estate school. I'm working in real estate. I'm an independent contractor. The market started to change. So 2 things happened, guys. So number 1, the market started to shift, right? So we know about the market change in 2008, right? The crash, the big crash that impacted everybody. But right before the crash, there was signs, you know what I mean? Signs like things were shifting. That was the first thing, things were shifting. And the second thing is health insurance. Guys, so I told you in one of my previous videos that I have really bad asthma, to the point where, you know, I've almost passed away when I was younger, to the point that I was in the hospital for 14 months straight one time. So as an independent contractor, right, there wasn't Obamacare and all this kind of stuff. We're talking about 2004, 2007 time frame. I didn't have health insurance, so I was paying out of pocket for all my medical expenses, and it started to be a crazy bill. So I said, you know what? The market is shifting. I need health insurance. Like, I think I may have to just go back and get a regular job. And so that's what I started to do. So I started looking for a job. I said, I'm done with being an independent contractor. I'm done with real estate for right now. Like, this is not for me. Now, it really was for me, right? But during the time, that was my mindset. And so I started working for a temp agency called Office Team. All right, so Office Team in the Philadelphia area is a really like well-known, awesome temp agency for professionals, for attorneys, for everything. They even provide, I think now they even provide like benefits and stuff for people. It's like crazy how it's grown. But anyway, while I was interviewing, I was temping. So guys, you can say whatever you want to say about me, but you cannot say I don't hustle. I've always, like, I didn't even say, like, I never got unemployment or anything. I just was hustling. I was doing, some contract work still for some of my clients. I was doing temp work, and I was trying to see if I was going to go back into corporate America. So I had like 3 different positions. Every time I've done something with Office Team, I think I had 3 contracts with them before. The people have always loved me and they wanted to hire me. And so what happened is that the lady at Office Team had a position, a 1-day position, guys. I want you to hear this, a 1-day position for a health insurance company. What did I tell you my background was? So by this time, my background was credit and finance, and my background was real estate. Nowhere in there does it say healthcare, right? I have no college degrees. I have no certifications. I have no experience in healthcare at all. They had a 1-day temp position for a senior vice president. Do you hear me? Now, one thing I did have was computer skills. That's how I got my job actually at TransUnion. You guys know that I am a credit expert, and part of my expertise, part of my background is that I actually worked for a national credit bureau. There's only probably a handful, 5 or less, of people in the credit repair, credit consulting space that have actually worked for a credit bureau. So it's a level of knowledge you cannot buy. I got that position because I had all these computer skills. I got a certificate for computer computer technical support, and I could actually do like help desk work if I wanted to. I know, like a jack of all trades. So that's how I got TransUnion. So you fast forward to this position, I had real estate background, I had credit and finance background, nowhere is health insurance. But the lady knew that I was a strong candidate, and they needed somebody strong for the senior vice president because of his position, because of his status, because of their relationship with them, and just because of the kind of guy he was too. Because baby, he was a piece of work, but he turned out to be an amazing, amazing man. And so they said to me, listen, Terry, we need somebody for one day for a senior vice president. It's in the healthcare industry. We know you have no healthcare experience. However, we need somebody that has strong computer skills. It's for a senior vice president. Are you interested? I said, sure, why not? Because I told you I was temping while I was looking for a position. So I go there, and it's computer stuff. So I'm like, I know how to do Word and Excel and Access and Outlook and Visio and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, sure. So I go there for a one-day assignment, do my work, I leave. I get a phone call. Okay, well, can you come back another day? So what had happened is I think he had an assistant, and either something happened with his assistant. And so he needed some support until they found a replacement. That's really what happened. He needed some support until they found a replacement. So I guess I did good that first day. I mean, you can't really mess up too bad the very first day, right? And so, well, maybe you can. But so he said, well, call her and see if she can come back. So the next day they said, can you come back? I said, sure, I'll come back. And so I went back. So that turned into, can you come back for the week? Can you come back for 2 weeks? Can you come back for 3 weeks? So I was like, absolutely. And so what I told them though was I said, listen, I am looking for a full-time position. So there's days where if I have interviews, I need to be off, right? But I'll come back. And then as soon as I secure full-time employment, then I'm out of here. So they were like, okay, fine, that's fair. So when I had interviews, I would leave, and then when I was able to work, I would work. And I worked there like literally every single day. I probably only had 3 interviews there before somebody offered me a full-time position. So in good business ethics, mind you, I'm a temp. I still gave 2 weeks because at this time I was working for him almost like a month. It wasn't even a long time, guys. A month. No background, no degree, no experience. Working there for 1 month. Okay. And so I say, listen, I found a full-time position. It's been amazing working here, but I do need a full-time job. So I am going to, work for 2 more weeks so you can help you find a replacement. And then I'm out of here. So he says to me, great, great, great. How much are they offering you? I said, 36,000, you know what I mean? It's stable. It's full-time job. He said, great. Well, I wish you the best. That was the end of it, right? So I go back the next day because I told you I gave them 2 weeks, even out of good business ethics. I didn't have to. I was a temp. But how you do anything is how you do everything. You hear me, guys? And so I get called into the human resources office. Now, mind you, this company that I worked for, so I'm talking about the executive Dr. Atma Singh, and there was a bunch of acquisitions. So first it was Elder Care, then it went to Bravo Health, then it went to Cigna Health Spring. There was a bunch of acquisitions. The management style, the regime, everything changed. And, I ended up leaving there after almost, a decade. But during this time, it was like an amazing culture, an amazing management team, an amazing company. And they said to me, listen, so we would like to counter offer and see if you would like to stay here full time. I'm like, what? Like I know I'm not qualified for this position, guys. I've been working there for like a month, just doing like Microsoft Office type stuff. So I'm like, well, I need a full-time offer. How much? The job that I was going to work for was $36,000. They offered me a starting position at $50,000. Guys, because of how I worked, because of my work ethic, they were willing to train me and to keep me on. They started me at $50,000, and that's how my career at Cigna Health Spring actually started. And I started working there. While I was there, guys, I got 2 degrees on tuition reimbursement. Did you hear me? Everything I could sign up for. I have 2 degrees right now from Villanova University. Now, if I knew what I knew now, I may not have really needed my degrees, because at the time, my plan was to climb the corporate ladder, to grow with that company. So it was because it was healthcare, it was a field that was very driven by credentials. And so I actually was going to go for my PhD and was looking at my executive MBA from Wharton. I had actually got accepted and went there for a day or two. I'm actually like a little bit of a nerd behind the scenes. And so so anyway, I do really, really, really good in school. And so I ended up not doing that though, because I ended up leaving and I didn't need any more degrees. Like I needed the degrees when I was climbing that corporate ladder. But guys, I got my project management certification while at Cigna they paid for. I got my 2 degrees while at Cigna. And like I said, it was an acquisition. I even got I got HIPAA knowledge. There was a couple of other, like I got certified in like Excel, like all different kinds of things. Everything I could sign up for, I signed up for. So I started that position with 0 experience, 0 degrees, 0 certifications. I ended that position with 2 degrees, project management certification. Guys, it taught me how to present to executives. It taught me how to interact with people. It taught me data analytics. I was promoted several times there. I ended that career as a network operations senior analyst, managing over 100 positions in the Montgomery and Philadelphia County area, where that last position was 85% travel and work from home. Like, it was an amazing, amazing time. I worked there from 2007 all the way up until I left in 2016. This is when I had started my business, started care. And so, guys, Dr. Atma Singh, the reason why I'm highlighting him is because he saw something in me. Like, he was like, I don't care if this girl has the experience. I don't care if has the knowledge, like her work ethic. She's somebody that we can train. Like, I maximized that opportunity, and one person took a chance on me. Do you know, I just found out like 2 months ago that I have a pension? I didn't even know I have a pension. So we talk about the average millionaire, right, has 7 streams of income. So now on top of investment properties, on top of multiple streams of income, on top of my business, later on when I'm ready to retire, I now have a pension from that job because I was there for so long. Almost a decade, guy, 2007 all the way up to 2016. So this is where one person taking a chance on you can change everything. Guys, that job groomed me like nothing else. When you guys work with me one-on-one, I send you appointment confirmations. I send you, follow-ups. I outline everything I talk to you guys about. I have Nadira follow up with you guys. All of that being professional came from that job. All of that following up came from that job. All of that being able to meet deadlines, to manage multiple tasks, to work at a high volume, high level with multiple people came from that job. It was a lesson in that season that has carried me through to this position, to my job, well, to my company now. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Atma Singh. You gave me a position. At the time, I had no idea what a blessing that it would be. And it started as a 1-day temp job. And it turned into a 6-figure, almost decade career with 2 degrees. I never imagined when I said yes to that 1-day temp job that it would manifest into all of that. And even though I did not stay at that company and I ended up, going and starting my own company, I am grateful for that experience. I am thankful for that experience. I learned so much from that experience. And I thank you, Dr. Atma Singh, for taking a chance on me, for seeing something in me and taking the opportunity to actually help me learn and grow and to help groom me into somebody who ended up being an executive there, and now I'm using all that knowledge, skills, and experience to grow my company. Guys, that's the power of one. Had I went there that one day with a bad attitude, making mistakes, thinking I don't care what's going to happen, I'm only here for 1 day, that opportunity may not have manifested. Work hard and be the best at whatever you're doing right now. Maximize the opportunity. Some of you guys have jobs and you haven't even looked at the benefits that you have. See if you have tuition reimbursement. See what kind of flexible spending accounts they have. See, what kind of trainings that they have. See what kind of certifications they have. Why aren't you maximizing the opportunities where you're at right now? And then relationships. You know what I mean? Like understanding that how you do anything is how you do everything, and to learn a lesson in that season. All of that knowledge, skills, and experience helped me get to where I am today. So thank you, Dr. Atma Singh, and that is the power of one. Guys, have a blessed day and have an amazing weekend and stay safe.